I am going to tell you how I got 25,000 followers. Facebook is still the biggest social media platform in the world with 2.32 billion users. The second is YouTube with 1.9 billion, which is where you're at now. Instagram is at number 6, TikTok is number 9, and Twitter is down at 13. First, you need to decide what your goal is. For most of you, it will be trying to market something, whether it's art or music or a book or a video game, etc. Now, this especially goes for authors. Do not make a separate Facebook page for each of your books. It's annoying and ineffective. What you want to make is an author page, or an artist page, or a band page, or just yourself if you are trying to market yourself as a brand or an influencer. So do that. Make a Facebook page. The most important thing to figure out is what your niche is. What is your category? Then go find and join Facebook groups that match it. If you're an author who writes horror, go join a bunch of horror groups. If you're an artist who works in surrealism, there are multiple surrealist art groups. If you're an aspiring filmmaker, there are tons of film groups. In a metal band, horns up, motherfucker! There are a ton of Facebook groups about metal music. Next, you have to figure out what your related niches are. For the horror author, do you write mainly about zombies or vampires or serial killers? There are a bunch of separate groups for those. And there are also author groups as well as horror author groups. Make some friends, write some anthologies together. Artists can get a lot of help for printing, selling, or places to display your art. Aspiring filmmakers, there are all kinds of categories for actors, writers, directors, effects people, the genre you work in if you have one. Get out there and start making connections. Musicians, there are generic state and local groups, as well as local music genre-specific groups. If there isn't, start one. Rule number 1, no spamming. Yes, post your book or your art or your new song, but not every day. And if you have a couple related pieces of art or something you're posting, put all the pictures together. Do not make an individual post about each one. And participate in the group. Be part of the conversation. Comment on other people's posts. People know if you're only in the group to try and sell them something. Some groups don't allow promo posts at all. But here's the way to get around that, and it's also the secret to getting all the followers. First, Facebook gives you the option now to post as yourself or as your page. Never post as your page. Always post as a person. That way it doesn't look like you're just there for pushing your product. And second, this is the big one, you're not going to like it. I personally can't stand it. But you have to become a meme factory. It has to fit the theme of the group and your niche. Post the picture to your page, then share it to all your related groups. Because the picture is tagged with your page when you share it. So when other people share the meme to their wall or to another group, your page is still tagged in all those shares. People can click on your name and go to your page. And from there, they can hopefully follow your page or at least look around and decide if they want to buy your book, work with you as a filmmaker, or go check out your band's music. But that's also why it is important to have an awesome name and or description in the title. For example, I love horror, obviously. So when I see a post by Bob Chainsaw, that sounds like a guy I want to hang out with. I'm going to click through to Bob's page to see what other horror-related things Bob might have to offer. Whether it's just cool pics and links on his personal page, or if it turns out that Bob is in a horror punk band, I'm going to go check them out too. Now for artists and authors, it's good to add your niche, especially if you have a boring name, which you should change. For example, I live in Arizona, so I can't even begin to tell you how many hundreds of Maria Gonzalez's there are here, yet alone in the rest of the world. So if you're not going to switch to a cool, unique pen name, name your page Maria Gonzalez Fantasy Author, or Maria Gonzalez Scream Queen, or Maria Gonzalez Abstract Painter. That way, people who are interested in the niche of your page will click through. Now, Facebook is extremely unreliable, and they have numerous formats that change almost daily when you share things out from your page. Pictures are always good. Almost all the time, your page link will be included with the picture, sometimes on the top, sometimes on the bottom. Videos change from day to day and from device to device as well. They seem to have fixed it where they will include the page link with videos shared from your page, but sometimes you'll have to check a box to share from the original post so that it will include your page link. Otherwise, no page link. I stopped sharing articles a long time ago because Facebook will not include your page link. It will either post to the group without the link or sometimes add the page where the link originates from. Like if you're posting about a movie from a Variety article, it will actually add Variety's Facebook page link to the shared article and not yours. So articles are out. Now for me, my goal was to build a community. I am the head priest of the First United Church of Cthulhu. We are a real and legally registered religion based on the dark gods of the Cthulhu mythos. So my main niche is the writings of H.P. Lovecraft, or cosmic horror. But that's a very narrow niche. So I also share out page posts to horror groups, occult groups, magic groups, that's magic with a K, woo, and goth/dark groups. I have on occasion found or made a meme that fit into all 5 of these categories, and I shared it out to 100 different groups. But it's actually better to split it up. Post in the horror groups one day. Make a post in the goth groups the next day. Share a post in the Lovecraft groups the day after that. It breaks it up and helps to prevent being spammy. And that's how I've gained over 25,000 followers. I'm actually at 26,916 at this moment. It was very slow going in the beginning, but the more people who share out your posts, the more people you get coming in. There's some bad news, but with possible solutions. Facebook only keeps about 20 to 25 pages in rotation on a person's wall. If they add more than that, and they do not interact with your page posts or actively go to your page, it will fall out of their rotation. Some pages will remind people to make sure they've turned on the follow settings. And for about the last year or so, growth on the page has leveled off. Facebook has throttled the reach of pages in an attempt to get you to pay money to promote your posts to more of your followers. But we also have a Facebook group, and growth of that has been skyrocketing. We're over 12,000 members. Because in the same amount of time they've been trying to squeeze money out of page owners, they've been actively promoting related groups on the side of your profile and even advertising Facebook groups on YouTube and Pandora Radio, so I'm sure they're running ads in lots of other media spots as well. So now I can share posts to my own group, but the bonus is I can pin the post to the top of the page so that everyone coming to the group sees it. So start your own group in your niche. Many authors, bands, and artists have their own group named after themselves so they can better interact with their fans. And you can filter people through your page to your group. Or if you become an admin in a related group, then you can pin your own posts as well, assuming the group owner is cool with it. And I did it all without having to make a single video of me shaking my booty on TikTok. It's so embarrassing watching people try to jump on that bandwagon. So be sure to subscribe for more horror, occult, and Lovecraft madness. Until next time, Cthulhu Fatagan.